just one of those crazy things.
Shall I start?
No. We're started. We're officially. We're waiting for Facebook. There we go. We are getting all connected up here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all ages. Welcome to Living on a Thin Line with Tony Vicich. I am, without a doubt, Tony Vicich. I don't think that I need to be so strong in my pronouncements of that. Very few would actually take the name. There's a couple other Tony Vicichs in the world. There's a few others on Facebook. I don't know them. I haven't met them. I haven't spoken with them. I haven't written them on, hey, what are you doing with my name? They haven't written me back either with the same questions. But I've got a good show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. I had no show yesterday. You may have noticed it's because I was in transit. I was en route. I was traveling to Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Glendale, Arizona. Stir Crazy Comedy Club, like many of the comedy clubs in the city, are for all intents and purposes closed. Tom Sims, the owner of Stir Crazy Comedy Club, is a great guy, smart guy, cool guy, comic who opened up a comedy club, who also has common sense. And he said, there's no way I can keep a comedy club open night after night after night without it being an issue. He does open up on selected occasions. And yesterday we did our once every 5 weeks live in-person show at Stir Crazy. A whopping 21 people in the audience, 8 comics, and then 3 on Zoom, which was kind of cool. Everybody kept good social distance. Everybody was safe. And we had a really nice time. So that's why you didn't see me yesterday. If you're going, hey, where's Tony? I don't see Tony anywhere. It's because we were doing a live show. Hello, Brother Jerry. Hello, David John. Hello, Tina and Mike. But we are back on track. Big week for us this week. Big week. August 14th, ladies and gentlemen. August 14th at 7 p.m. It is the Zoom. Live show. It is the roast of Tony Vicich. I'm trying to get it so that I can put this on the message board, but I can't. Right now, we have a live show August 14th on Zoom. It's the roast of Tony Vicich. Several of my closest friends, who will no longer be my friends after the show, will say vile, vicious, disgusting, and unprovoked and unproven and untrue things about me. And then I will take a turn at them. It'll be one of the best roast shows you've ever seen. People have put these on now for several years. This year, your master of ceremonies, none other than Kevin Brown, U.S. Marine Kevin Brown. I can't be too mean to him because then he'll booby trap me. So that's tickets are available at. What am I trying to do here? And I can't get it done. There we go. I'm trying to put the link up for the show right now. All right, that's what I'm trying to do. If you wonder what the hell's good, there we go. Oh, I almost had it. Hold on. You know, Facebook is not your friend. It's not really, it's just not your friend. Now it won't paste. Hold on, I'm going to get this. I know you're going, this is ridiculous. Why am I watching this crap? This guy's trying to do something here with, that didn't work. I'm about ready to say fuck it. We're going to try it one more time. All right, we're going to just hit that, and then we're going to hit that, and wait for the paste. We had it, and it went away. There we go. All right. There, if you're looking in the chat dialogue, you can see see how you can purchase tickets for this Friday's show. Once again, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Maricopa Food Pantry. We're also raising money for the Maricopa Food Pantry right on my Facebook page, and my birthday is the 13th. Tina Mike Ron says, get your grandson. To roast me? To roast me?
Sure.
He's saying sure. He's over here. He's in the room right now. And he is so excited by my show, he's watching something else. So, I don't know. Maybe. What would you say bad about your grandpa? What would you say bad about your grandpa?
I'll think about it.
He's got to think about it. You know what? Because there's not too much bad you can say about this grandpa. I tell you that.
Not too much good either.
Not so much good either? There's a roast right there. What would you say about your grandpa? I have to think about it. You know what? Not so much good either.
And that's not even a roast.
That's not even a roast. That's what he says. Anyway, this Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The link is here. It's also on my personal page, Tony Vicich. So you can find the link there, purchase tickets. It's a fun show. It's a fun night. Portions of proceeds go to charity. As my birthday is the 13th. Please, no gifts. And a lot of you going, thank God I wasn't getting them anything anyway. We are raising funds for the Maricopa Food Pantry. We originally had it set at $200, immediately exceeded that. Set at $300, immediately exceeded that. We now got it at $500, and I haven't checked yet today. But if you want to donate to a really worthy cause, the people that run the Maricopa Food Pantry are just great people, down-to-earth people. I felt an immediate kinship with them. We donate on a regular basis to them. We were out there the other day. Great group. City council member of our town, Henry Wade, was out there helping load boxes for people who are suffering under this pandemic even more greatly than many people are. So that's what we got going on this week. Also, Thursday is our beginning workshop. We already started last week, but there's still a chance to join if you want to. If you want to, you can join right now. Just go to comedyschools.com, click the beginning class button, and you'll get registered and be able to get your Zoom codes. Hold on, I'm getting what am I getting a message here? What am I got something going on over here to my right with my grandson. He's putting his hand in a plastic bag. Is what he's doing right now. Oh, he's gonna pop it. He's gonna pop it.
No, I'm not.
Okay, all right, good. Hey, no, figure out how to put up the link. No, I got it up. I got it up, Tina and Mike. It's up. If you just look up a little bit there, you know what? Here, I'll try to put it up again. All right. I just put it up, but I'll put it up again. There. It's gonna there. All right, we just put the link up again. So it's gonna be a fun night. Okay, it's gonna be a fun there. And there it is. There's the pop bag that I was promised would not be popped. But he popped it behind pop. All right, this show is built around three things, ladies and gentlemen. Three things. It's on three platforms: ComedySchoolsRadioNetwork.com, YouTube on the Comedy Schools channel, and right here on Facebook Live. Pretty soon we're going to go up live on Instagram as well. One of the cool things that I'm beginning to find out, one of the things that's kind of surprising to me is just how many people actually listen on ComedySchoolsRadioNetwork.com. And then when I Google it, we end up on all sorts of, thank you. We end up on all sorts of platforms. So if you're just looking for something to listen to, ComedySchoolsRadioNetwork.com, all sorts of platforms. So we try to keep it interesting as I have more activity going on in this room than you would in the middle of a hurricane. Actually, to be honest with you, there would be no activity in the middle of a hurricane because you'd be in the eye, and in the eye of the hurricane, it's calm. I am, ladies and gentlemen, the eye of the hurricane. The show is built around three things: your questions and comments that I either comment back on or answer, primarily on Facebook Live, but on the other social media apps as well. Some knick-knack, trinket, bobble, that autograph that I have here sitting around the house that I didn't try to weave the story around. And then, of course, I recommend two artists.
Bobble collector.
What's that?
So you're a bobble collector.
I'm not a bobble collector. See,
Yeah, you
I want to
are.
point this out. This is what you people started. My grandson sitting on the floor calling me a bobble collector, and I cannot finish my pitch here.
Wanted me to roast you.
He says, "Oh, you want me to roast you?"
Bobble collector.
Two artists or pieces of music based off my vast and deep vinyl collection. So let's get to the stuff. There are no bobbleheads today. Somebody I've been giving my bobbleheads to.
No.
Yes. And
You
they
give me the duplicate.
I give you, yeah, if I have doubles of a bobblehead, I give them to you. There you go. People can see on YouTube. They can't see on Facebook. Come in. Come all the way in. There we go. That's what I got to deal with on an afternoon is a box head. Let's get to the stuff. This is the month that one of the greatest guitarists of all time, one of the most innovative guitarists of all time, one of the most creative people of all time, a true Renaissance man. Not only was he a gifted guitarist, he was a great collector of and curator of American music. He played a multitude of instruments. He played the banjo. He played the steel guitar. He played the guitar. He played with several groups. He also designed ties, and he was quite the artist and an avid scuba diver. Died on this in this month, and I believe he died on August 9th. I could be wrong. But in August, he was both born in August and passed away in August. So we're commemorating him, none other than Jerry Garcia of the Grateful Dead. Jerry Garcia. I get arguments with people about what a virtuoso guitarist that he was. Jerry Garcia started out playing the banjo, started wanting to play bluegrass. Like a lot of young guys in the late 50s, early 60s, bluegrass and folk seemed to be the way to go, especially with everything that was going on. Yeah, that's right. The Unknown Comic was on my show. That's funny. Kevin Brown says, hey, Tony and others. Hello to you, Kevin Brown. Master of Ceremonies for this Friday's Roast Show has joined us. Jerry Garcia started out playing bluegrass and folk, was actually teaching music, and eventually switched to the electric guitar, formed a band called the Warlocks, which was renamed the Grateful Dead. Played with the Grateful Dead for many years, and of course also played with the Jerry Garcia Band and others. He played the steel guitar with the New Riders of Purple Sage and with Crosby, Stills, and Nash. If you know the song Teach Your Children by Crosby, Stills, and Nash, the steel guitar, the iconic steel guitar breaks on that song were recorded by none other than Jerry Garcia. So we're commemorating Garcia the Dead today. I got a memorabilia here from shows, other things. I got a calendar here from 1986. 1986 was a fascinating year for me to be going to Dead shows, and I went to a lot of Grateful Dead shows. Look at that. That's just you're seeing a picture of a celebration of pure joy. I went to a lot of Grateful Dead shows in 1986, and it was the first year that I was fully sober. I got sober in March of 85, and my question was, would I be able to be sober at Dead shows? And then it turned out there's actually a group at Dead shows called the Wharf Rats, and the Wharf Rats were sober deadheads. They would all find each other at shows and even have little meetings there, and I was able to be at many of them. There is the face of a true genius, Mr. Jerry Garcia. This is from, let's see what we got here. That is Jerry from, I'm trying to look here because it says in the back, Phil McGee. No, it doesn't. It's saying who took the pictures. Anyway, this is a cool calendar. As you can see, in that year, the 13th, my birthday fell on a Wednesday, just like now. All right. So I got this calendar and I held on to it because it's just got great photos and artwork. A few years later, ladies and gentlemen, someone bought me for my birthday the 1994 Grateful Dead calendar. Now, most bands would not have lasted from 1986 to 1994. They just don't. This band started in 1965. And a version of it is still going today. See if we can find a picture of Jerry from 1994 and see what fame and fortune did to the man. Hold on. I'm looking. There's Phil. January, we don't have him. There we got Brett. We got Phil. We got them singing the national anthem. Phil. Guitar, drums, Phil. And here he is. We just saw him in 1986. Here he is in 1994. He's one of the few guitarists to be missing a finger. Jerry Garcia lost a finger on the picking hand, not on the fret hand. Okay, he lost a finger then in a wood chopping accident. I'm just waving this thing all around. I'm not being any help today. There he is. Lost a finger watching his older brother chop wood when they were kids. So he was one of the few guitarists that was missing a finger as well. Incredible guitarists. We used to listen to them and go, how would anybody be able to play their music the way they do? But so many great guitarists then went to school on Jerry Garcia. Guys like Jimmy Herring from Widespread Panic, Warren Haynes from the Allman Brothers and Government Mule, and of course John Mayer, who currently tours with Dead and Company. I urge you strongly, if you're not a Deadhead, and many of you aren't, and I get it, okay? I get it if you're not a Deadhead, okay? But I urge you strongly to listen, to go back and listen with open ears and open eyes and an open heart to the music of the Grateful Dead, because it spans all American music. It spans jazz, pop, country, blues, rock, a type of music that they themselves created, acid rock or psychedelic music, every type. And they recorded songs by artists going back in the 1800s all the way up to today. They were the most versatile and deep band in the history of American music. Now, I got something cool to show you here today if I can find it. This is a very early album of theirs that's really not mentioned in the discography. Okay? But this is a cool one. I don't know if they officially reached it, but this is a Vintage Dead Ballroom in San Francisco in 1966. And the members of the band at the time were Jerry Garcia, Bob Weir, Rod Pigpen McKernan, Phil Lesh, and Bill Kreutzmann. There's a myth that Mickey Hart was an original member. As a matter of fact, when he got together a few years ago for what was going to be 2 farewell concerts, they were billed as the Core Four. But Mickey was not an original member. They were at one time, it was only one drummer. Of this group, 2 are now gone, Jerry and Pigpen. He was the first one to leave us. And even early in 1966, they were beginning to build what would become traditional and classic Grateful Dead sets. Because on here, they do the old traditional song, I Know You, Writer. I believe Roy Acuff song, It Hurts Me Too. Bob Dylan, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. Dancing in the Streets, which was a big hit for Martha Vandellas, and of course, In the Midnight Hour, the Wilson Pickett tune. So pretty much just playing other people's music at this point at the Avalon Ballroom in 1966, but immediately turning the songs into their own. Much like Frank Sinatra, that's right. Some of you were stunned to hear that I would mention Frank Sinatra and the Grateful Dead in the same sentence. But both, and there's another one, Dwight Yoakam and Emmylou Harris. Why am I mentioning all these artists in the same breath? Okay? Because they are the type of people that take any song they record, no matter who originally recorded it or how big of a hit they had made it, and they make it their own, and oftentimes make it better. There's not a single song Frank Sinatra recorded that 100 other people recorded that he did not make better. He did not make better. Okay? There's not a single song the Grateful Dead recorded that they did not make iconic to them. Whether it was a song by Merle Haggard or sung by Hank Williams, okay, or whether they had Winston Marsalis sitting in with them playing jazz, it became uniquely Grateful Dead. So Sinatra did it, the Dead did it, Dwight Yoakam does it. There's not a song I've ever heard Dwight. I heard Dwight Yoakam the other day doing one of Buck Owens' greatest songs. Buck Owens was a badass. A lot of us assume him as a silly man on Hee Haw. But he was a badass, and he played honky-tonk music like nobody's business, man. That Bakersfield honky-tonk music. And he had a song to just kick ass called Down on the Corner of Love. And that was made me fall in love with Buck Owens when, many years after Hee Haw. I went, oh, wow, this guy was the real deal. He had the jam. He had the demon. Dwight Yoakam does a version of Down on the Corner of Love, which is better. And Buck Owens was his mentor. So, and Emmylou Harris, you should listen to Emmylou Harris. Emmylou Harris could sing out of a technical manual and make it beautiful. Anyway, the Grateful Dead, Emmylou Harris, Dwight Yoakam, they are artists that no matter what they do, they make it unique and they make it wonderful. And let's face it, there were some Dead shows that were horrible. They played so often, and oftentimes with Jerry with his drug problems and stuff, there were some shows, and I attended those shows where I go, all right, today's not going to be a good day. For many of us who were Deadheads and followed the Dead, I didn't run around the country following them, but I saw probably over 100 shows in my lifetime. It was like watching baseball. You loved your team. I loved the St. Louis Cardinals. I loved the LA Clippers. And the same way I love the Dead, that there were days you watch the Clippers and go, man, they ain't got it today. Or days you watch the St. Louis baseball Cardinals and go, all right, they're going to take a shellacking today. Or you'd watch the Dead and go, this isn't going to be one of their better shows. But you didn't stop loving them. You didn't stop loving them. Now, I showed you that from 1966. I want to mention an album here. I'm going to do 3 albums today if I have time. That you got to listen to. If you love jazz. Yes, Don Shell's right. Jerry Garcia Band did some great versions of Sam Cooke songs. You know, he did a killer version of "You Are My Shining Star." Stunning version of that pop hit. That almost disco-ish rhythm and blues pop hit. Jerry did a wonderful version of that. There's a story in a book I read about Garcia, about them getting ready to play some stadium. And it's the middle of the day, sound check's been done, and the stadium is empty. But a roadie had to go check on some stuff. So he goes back to the stadium for his hotel room. There's nobody in the stadium except one lone guy on the stage by himself, Jerry Garcia. And he's got a guitar, and he's quietly playing "If I Only Had a Brain" from The Wizard of Oz. And the roadie said he was stunned because that wasn't their music, man. And they were new, and they were different, and they were wild. Throw it away, the conventions of the old guard of music. But Garcia was playing "If I Only Had a Brain" from The Wizard of Oz. And Garcia kind of looked up and saw the guy watching him. And he looked at the guy, he goes, "Hey, it's a hell of a tune." So that's who Jerry Garcia was. That's who I aspire to be in comedy and art and writing and all things. This album, if you love jazz, you want to listen to Live Dead. What people said about Live Dead was Live Dead, it rivals or is equal to or emulates Coltrane. What they do with the music here. There are 4 albums. And I'm missing one, but I unfortunately have it on CD. But I've had this since I was a little kid. You imagine being like 13 years old and listening to Live Dead, the Grateful Dead. This first side 1, is a 23-minute song called "Dark Star." It's one of the greatest jazz, freeform, improvisational songs you've ever heard. Side 2 is 2 songs, "St. Stephen" and "The 11." And those 2 songs kind of established them in St. Louis, where I grew up, because they got played a lot on FM radio there as one of the most innovative and stunning and talented bands being played on the radio and touring. Side 3, they kind of do Pigpen's Rave Up. This was Pigpen's Time to Shine, Turn On Your Love Light. Side 4, Death Don't Have No Mercy, which is a traditional old blues tune. And then a quick, and then Feedback for 9 minutes. These fucking guys did a double album, and on it they put 9 minutes of Feedback. So, but if you want to hear something, if you like jazz, if you have an open mind, if you're willing to listen to "Dark Star" by the Grateful Dead. Listen to it at night. Listen to it while you're driving. If you're ever on a long drive at night, if you're ever out in the desert on a long drive at night, and I've been on many long night desert drives. And by the way, there's nothing more peaceful and calming and wonderful than a long drive on a desert night when there's not a cloud in the sky and you can see thousands of stars, and the silhouettes out in the distance are just the shadows of mountains and of cactuses that look like human beings being your sentinels, guarding you as you go on your journey. If you ever find yourself late at night on a dark desert night driving, put on "Dark Star" by the Grateful Dead. Find it on YouTube. Find it on your radio. Find it on a CD. And you will have listened to something truly magical and wonderful. And that's a gift. This week's my birthday, but I'm truly, honestly giving that gift to you. Okay, we're going to wrap up for today. Hey, remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still thinking about doing a stand-up comedy workshop this Thursday, yes, Sullivan, somebody got to come on both screens. You can only see on YouTube now. There, what do you got to say?
Maybe.
Soon.
When you tell the albums,
yeah,
you actually will. You could play like a little bit of it.
Play a little bit of the albums. That is a suggestion. And if we had the money from musical rights, we would. And we're still trying to work our way around that. Yeah.
Copyright.
Yeah, copyright stuff. Yeah. See, he knows about that. Okay. I think what we do is a little cooler. I would love to play the songs, but then it would be a half hour of playing 2 songs. I would love to do that. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, if I can get at least one of you to listen to one of the songs I recommend, I've done, and you sit and you choose to listen to it, I've probably done more for you than if I play it myself. This Thursday on my birthday, we're still having a workshop, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, comedyschools.com. If you want to take that class, just go there and register. But here's the thing for most of you, okay? August 14th, 7 p.m., it's the roast of Tony Vicich, emceed by Kevin Brown, a host of my favorite Phoenix comics, will say horrible things about me, and then I will say horrible things back. It will be funny. It will not be for the faint of heart. It will not be for the politically correct. It will not be for those people who are triggered by words. This is going to be, you heard on Hell on Wheels, this is going to be hell at words. And that's Friday night. Go to comedyschools.com to buy tickets. That's our show for today. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank my producer, just happens to be my wife, Shirley Lowe Vicich, and my guest, MC. Come on in. Come on in. My guest today, Mr. Boxhead. Hi, Mr. Boxhead. Mr. Boxhead doesn't speak. He just drops things on the equipment. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. And
So what I was thinking is,